Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure you like and subscribe and share if possible. So today I want to share with you how you can come up with an exciting variety of snacks for a relaxed weekend, especially on a Sunday when normally we don't feel like cooking heavy meals. So I just want to share with you how you can come up with quick and simple platters. The first snacks I'll be making are chicken wings, and these will be baked in the oven so that they're crispy and crunchy. So for starters, let's just go through the ingredients. So for the marinade, I'll be using baking flour, salt, black pepper for seasoning, paprika for the red color, and here is the secret ingredient. This is baking powder. This is what will give it the crunchy texture. And then I'll also be adding garlic to the marinade, and I'll be adding an egg as well. Let me also introduce yogurt, plain yogurt. This is totally optional in the marinade, but it's always a good idea to add yogurt as well. So once I've mixed the chicken with the marinade, I'll just cover it with a cling film and let it rest in the fridge for about an hour or so. Ideally, it should be left marinating overnight, but if you're going to prepare the chicken on the same day, an hour or two should be sufficient. Moving on, the next set of snacks that I'll be adding to the platter are tiny chicken sausages, which are called chicken mini bites. These are smoked sausages, but I will still just toast them in oil before garnishing them with tomatoes and onions. So at this stage, I just gave them a good rinse in water, and now I am just frying them in oil. So like I mentioned, I'll be garnishing the sausages with some tomatoes and onions, and for that I'll just be frying tomatoes, onions, garlic, and some Scotch bonnet. So in the process, I'm also just adding salt and pepper for seasoning. I'm also going to be adding some chips to the platter. So I just want to marinate them, give the chips a good marinade, and then pop them in the oven. So for the chips, I'm going to add rosemary and lemon seasoning, and then paprika spice, and then I'll use dry parsley and salt and pepper as well. Well, I won't be adding too much salt because the lemon and rosemary seasoning already has salt in it. So this is what I'll be using for salt as well. And instead of frying the potato chips, I will be baking them in the oven. And at this stage, I'm just getting the baking tray ready by sprinkling some olive oil before adding the potato chips. So I'll just pop these in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. So coming back to the chicken, it's been an hour since the chicken has been marinating in the fridge, and I think this is the best time to bake it in the oven. So at this point, I will just be placing it on the wire rack before placing it in the oven to bake for at least 45 minutes. Moving on, I'll also be making guacamole as a salsa for the platter. So for that, I'll be using an avocado, black pepper, salt, and additionally, I will also be adding onion, parsley, and red pepper. And I'm also just squeezing a lemon because the lime juice will be needed for the guacamole as well. So my guacamole is now ready. I'll just set it aside in the fridge until I need to make use of it. Next up, I'm also going to be making my sweet barbecue sauce, which I normally use for sweet barbecue chicken wings, but in this case I'll be setting it aside as a dip. So for the ingredients, I'm using barbecue sauce, honey, soy sauce and mustard. So after leaving it to cook for some time, my sauce is now ready for use for the platter. So finally, I am ready to set up the two platters, having prepped all the needed ingredients. So let's get started. And now here's the first platter already, and this one has a selection of sorted snacks with a guacamole and sweet sauce for the dip. Next, I'm now setting up the platter, which is going to have a selection of sweet and sorted snacks. These snacks are snacks that I already purchased from the local store, so you can come up with any variety of snacks that you purchase from the store. It could be sweets, it could be biscuits, but in this case I'm using some crackers. I'll be using some biscuits as well. So let's set up the platter. after setting it up, I'm just sprinkling some chocolate syrup just to make it exciting and just for good presentation as well. And now here are the two platters all ready to serve, and this is what the final presentation looks like. And now, because I'm all about decor, let's just glam up this presentation by adding some flowers, and also I'll just be lighting some candles just to glam up the setup.